Hello and welcome back to That's English.
Hi.
Today's programme is really going to be fascinating. It's all about body language.
Ah, I know quite a lot about body language.
So, Ashley, what does body language mean exactly?
It's non-verbal communication. What we say with our bodies, not with words.
For example, the way we sit or stand, our expressions and gestures.
But we can also learn techniques and be more attractive to other people.
Ah, like copying my movements.
Exactly. You know, we say so much more with our bodies than with our words.
Yes, we do. And now let's watch the documentary and see the importance of body language, for example, in a job interview.
So as you watch, try to find the answer to this question. What does the interviewer's body language indicate?
Let's watch.
Look at all these people. You probably think that you know nothing about them. But if you studied body language analysis, you would be able to understand a lot about them, even when they are sitting still. Since the 1950s, anthropologists and sociologists have studied the non-verbal signals that we give. These include our posture, gestures, voice, and our physical proximity to other people. The scientists found that we say more with our body than we do with the words that we speak. Sian Jones is a body language expert. She runs training courses on applying the study of body language to business.
Business people quickly saw the importance of understanding body language within work situations, such as with contract negotiations, interviews, and giving presentations. So now, organisations like mine offer advice to businesses on how best to read a person's body language.
We asked Sian to analyse a job interview for non-verbal communication signs in both the interviewer and the interviewee.
Well, firstly, we can see that this candidate is not very confident. He's not looking the interviewer directly in the eye, and he's not sitting up straight. He is doing everything wrong. He's using his hands far too much, which makes him look nervous and stressed.
Now let's take a look at the interviewer's body language.
Well, she's clearly not very impressed by this candidate. She's crossed her legs and her arms, so closing her body to the interviewee. She's also leaning backwards, suggesting that she's not really interested in what the candidate has to say.
So the question is, will he get the job?
Certainly not.
Sian also studies and writes about celebrities.
If you look here, two famous actors are photographed together, and they tell the world that they are just good friends. But their body language is actually showing that they are in a much closer relationship.
It is said that many celebrities have great charisma. Not many of us are born with that gift, but experts say it can be learnt.
Certain skills can be learnt. For example, when talking to someone, listen to them and make them feel like they are the only person in the room. So look them directly in the eyes and not around the room. And copy the other person's body language. It makes them feel more comfortable with you. By studying body language, we can learn to give a much better impression of ourselves and also understand more about other people. Now, this guy, I don't think he's too difficult to read.
That was really interesting and a bit worrying.
Yes, we don't realise how much information we're giving away about ourselves.
Yes, even how close we are to other people can say a lot.
So, if I move here, what does that say?
It says that you're too close.
Oh. And now?
Oh, well, that's too far.
OK, now. Good. Anyway, did you find the answer to our question? What does the interviewer's body language indicate?
Let's watch again.
Well, she's clearly not very impressed by this candidate. She's crossed her legs and her arms, so closing her body to the interviewee. She's also leaning backwards, suggesting that she's not really interested in what the candidate has to say.
Did you get that? The answer is she's not very impressed by the candidate, and she's not interested in what the candidate has to say.
Did you notice she's crossed her legs and her arms?
Yeah, and she's also leaning backwards. She's not at all impressed.
No job for him. So those are some of the unconscious signals that we make. What about deliberate gestures, like a victory clasp or hand rubbing?
Gestures are important in all cultures.
We asked our friends from different English-speaking countries this question. Are gestures used much in your country? And which ones are rude?
Let's watch.
We use gestures a lot in England. We speak with our hands a lot. This one is considered very rude.
The only gestures I can think of, really, are kind of universal, and that is the famous one finger, and then there's the two fingers.
A rude gesture, I would say, would be a shove away or go away sort of gesture.
Jamaicans tend to be a very demonstrative people. They use their hands a lot, but there's no specific hand gestures that would be really offensive, except maybe you throw your hands up just to, let people know you're annoyed.
There's a couple of things in Canada that are considered very rude. The first one would be the middle finger. That would be very rude. The second thing that's very rude in Canada is to pick your nose.
We do use gestures a lot in Australia. We wave to say hello, we shake hands when we greet someone. The rudest gesture would probably be sticking your middle finger up at somebody.
So it seems you must be careful with your fingers. Of course, this gesture is a polite one.
Yes, it means victory. But don't turn your fingers the other way. That's very rude, at least in Britain.
Yes, it is, Ashley. Right, now it's time for today's episode of That's Britain. In it, Nigel visits the oldest pub in England, the Royal Standard of England, and tries the local beer.
There are many different kinds of English beer. For example, you can order a pint of bitter or half a pint of lager.
Right, so now look for the answer to this question. Why do people come to this pub?
Let's watch.
Hi there! Today I'm in Beaconsfield. It's a small town of about 11,000 inhabitants. It's halfway between Oxford and London. I've come here today to take you round England's oldest pub. Come with me. This is the Royal Standard of England, and it really is England's oldest pub. It's been serving customers for more than 1,000 years. Hi there.
Hi there.
Could I have half a pint of bitter, please?
Yes, of course.
In British pubs, you pay at the bar when you order your drink and not when you've finished your drink. How much is that?
Be £1.80, please. Thank you.
Thanks. Cheers. Of course, people come to the pub to relax and socialise with friends or family. And if the weather's good, you can sit outside in the beer garden. Excuse me, do you mind if I join you?
Please do.
So, what is it that you like best about coming here?
I just love it because it's really sunny, especially on a day like today, just to sit out here on the terrace.
I'm just going to get another round in, actually. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, no thanks. That's very kind of you, but I've got to get back to work. Oh, that was friendly, wasn't it? Now, let's take a look around the pub. There's been a pub here since Saxon times. It used to be called the Ship, but in 1663, King Charles II allowed the pub to change its name to the Royal Standard of England. This is such a historic building, isn't it?
Oh, it really is.
Yeah. And what time do you open and close each day?
We open at 12 o'clock midday and then close at 11 o'clock in the evening.
In many pubs, you can play games like darts or pool or billiards, but not here. There's no music and no television. So, do families come here? Let's ask Anna, the landlady or owner.
Yes, we have lots of families coming here, especially in the school holidays, half term, and Mother's Day. We're completely full.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, that bell usually means that it's time for everyone to leave, but it doesn't actually mean that now. I asked Tom to ring the bell because it's time for me to leave. Thanks, Tom.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Well, in the next programme, we're going to Windsor, where the royal family lives. It's only 12 miles from here. See you there. Bye.
The pub has been serving customers for 1,000 years. That's amazing.
Yes, and such a peaceful pub. No music, no darts, no pool.
You may be right. Anyway, let's check the answer to our question. Why do people come to this pub?
Of course, people come to the pub to relax and socialise with friends or family.
So, the answer is, people come to the pub to relax and socialise with friends or family.
In fact, watching that has made me a bit thirsty. Should we go to the pub after this programme?
Actually, I'm meeting some friends for a drink at the Red Lion. Why don't you come?
Well, thanks very much. I will. So that's the end of today's programme. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time for That's English. Goodbye.
Goodbye.